Okay, good afternoon, everyone. It's 12:33, and I'm about to talk about week 6 of boot camp. I know I said these videos would come quickly, but I was in school, and now I'm not because I'm on Christmas break. So week 6 seemed like a pretty short week. Coveralls. Okay, so I have coveralls on here. I don't know how often I talk about coveralls, but I believe this is the week where we got our coveralls back, I think. And whatever. If not, it was the previous week, and um, we got our coveralls with our names on it and everything. So by this time, we have all our uniforms, and that was your coveralls you're going to use for battle stations, which is at like the end of boot camp, maybe like week 8. And you're going to use your coveralls for firefighting. So you are going to use it for these 2 events. Your coveralls, I haven't really used my coveralls since I've been out, but depending on your job, when you get out of boot camp, you will use your coveralls. I'm looking outside because my neighbors are moving, is what I presume. So, yeah. So by this time, you have all your all your uniforms, and you're using your coveralls to go to firefighting class and stuff like that. So, yeah, so firefighting classes. This week you're taking firefighting classes, and firefighting classes, they are just teaching you how to put out a fire properly. In the event that you are on your ship and your ship catches fire, or there is a room on your ship that catches fire. So that's pretty much what the firefighting is for. It's a team exercise, and everybody pretty much gets a turn to put out a kind of fire. Excuse me. Put out a kind of fire. And there are different kinds of fire. There's an Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, and Delta fire. So Alpha fires, I believe, are just paper fires. Paper or cloth fires. Bravo fires are, I believe, like liquid. Yes, like liquid, like gas and fuel and stuff like that, if that catches fire. A Charlie fire is electrical stuff. So like if your computer catches fire or something like that, or yeah, something like that. And Delta fire, if there is a metal catches fire, like like a flare or something like that. So there are different ways to put out those fires, and that is also a test question. So I wouldn't worry about it right now, but it will be useful in the future. So there are different ways to put out fires, Alpha, Bravo, and Charlie. The first one is water for Alpha. The Bravo is PKP. I really don't know what it stands for. You just put it out with that. You will learn what it stands for, but like me, you probably will forget. And a Charlie fire, you put that out with CO2. So you smother the fire or whatever. And a Delta fire, you have to throw it overboard. There's a real word for it, but essentially what you're going to do is you're going to toss it overboard because, I don't know, it's probably safer that way. Jettison, that's what it's called. It's called jettison. So that's what you're going to do with that. Firefighting classes. Oh, during the firefighting classes, I don't know if you're going to learn this information, but you might. And it is definitely going to be some test questions on the firefighting classes. It's going to be in a completely separate building all the way on the other side of base. And you are going to march there with your division. Um, there's going to be a bunch of twists and turns. Really not that important because you're going to have to do whatever they say anyway. So it's a long walk, and you're going to march from one side of the base all the way to another. And yeah. Oh, this I think this building is also where we did the gas chamber. The gas chamber is pretty freaking exciting because you have your mask, you put your mask on, and then they put you in a room, and then you are going to when they tell you when they tell your role to take off your mask, you take off your mask. Something up, cups up, or something like that. Mask off, cups up, and your cup is just like literally your hand, and you're gonna catch your drool, you're gonna catch your mucus, you're gonna catch your throw up if you decide to throw up, and it's going to be in your hand. And if it is too much for your hand, you're supposed to wipe it off on your NWs or your NDubs, and then you put it back up, because if all that liquid gets on the floor, then there is a likely it is likely that somebody else will slip up and fall on it, because after you're done with that, you're trying to get out as quickly as possible. So that is why they tell you to mask off, cups up, and if a cup runs over, just wipe it on your uniform. We had a few people that actually did throw up. Not many, but there were a few that threw up. It was mostly the guys that threw up. I don't know if it's because they ate too much or their reaction to it, but the guys threw up in our division. Yeah, after they came out, they were just throwing up on the side. It was a pretty cool day, so there wasn't too much of an issue with being outside. So it wasn't too bad. It wasn't like too hot or too cold. It was like just right. So they threw up outside, and after a while, they go back inside. So what you have to do when they tell you to mask off, cups up, is you have to say your full name and your division. So, Shara Hunt, Division 950, or something like that, is what you would say. Seaman Recruit, Shara Hunt, Division 950, or something along those lines. So you'd say that, which seems like it's going to take forever because the stuff is really burning. There are very few people that are not affected by it. Those lucky bastards. They don't have any, like, effects of whatever, of the gases, but most of the people in our division were affected by it, if not all. So, yeah, that's pretty much what you say. So, yes. So after the gas chamber, you do some damage control classes. So in the event that, I don't know, a pipe breaks on your ship and you need to fix it really quickly, or there's like a beam that falls or something like that. That's what your damage control classes are going to be about. And you are going to learn all about how to fix your ship really quickly so that it is able to dock if there is an emergency, and just so you can repair it after you have docked the ship. I think that's the correct word. So, yeah, so damage control, and you're also going to learn about the USS Cole, which is a very tragic story, and they will show you a video about it, and they will show you a lot of videos about instances where damage control would have been helpful, or just the knowledge of how to fix things quickly would have been helpful, or past um, past videos where people were not wearing appropriate attire and they could have gotten hurt or something like that. So you're going to watch a lot of those videos. They are very helpful because you see what's wrong, what was wrong, and how they're changing the standards to better protect individuals. So you're going to learn a lot of damage control stuff. It's not anything crazy. There's not really much I can say about damage control. You just got to do it. It's not that bad. It's not terrible. So damage control was pretty easy. This week was a pretty easy week in my opinion because we didn't really do much. So yeah. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll be happy to answer them. I think that I answer questions fairly quickly. If I don't get to them, it's probably because I did not see it. But don't be afraid to ask questions, rate, comment, and subscribe. And I will be coming with another video fairly quickly.